It seems every time we hear about Silent Hills it becomes even more of that dream project that just won't happen. Of course, the most recent revelation is that Junji Ito was going to be involved alongside the guys we already knew were involved, and now Guillermo del Toro has once more spoken about the cancellation of the project with Bloody Disgusting, basically saying how in his mind the game's cancellation, quote, makes no fucking sense at all. And then he went on to say, quote, the thing with Kojima as Silent Hills is that I thought we would do a really remarkable game and really go for the jugular. We were hoping to actually create some sort of panic with some of the devices we were talking about, and it's really a shame that it's not happening. When you ask about how things operate, that makes no fucking sense at all, that the game is not happening. Now, what's even more interesting is that apparently Silent Hills would have had some elements or similarities to games such as The Last of Us. And he went on to say, quote, we had a great experience and had some great story sessions with hundreds upon hundreds of designs. Some of the stuff that we were designing for Silent Hills I've seen in games that came after, like The Last of Us, which makes me think we were not wrong. We were going in the right direction. Now, of course, we are kind of seeing the PT flag being flown by the upcoming Allison Road, whose developers just got a publisher, thankfully, meaning the game will actually 100% come out. So, the legacy that PT, the demo, created is going to live on, as Allison Road is going to be heavily inspired by PT, and I'm sure other games in the future will be as well. But it's just a shame that unless something happens with Kojima and Guillermo in the future, perhaps they work on a new IP where they use all these ideas but make a new horror game that isn't Silent Hill, basically, because there's no way in hell Konami's going to give up their IP, we all know it. If they were to do that, that would be amazing, and that would obviously be what would have been Silent Hills under a different name. If that happens, I'll be extremely happy. But, I don't know, we haven't heard anything from Kojima since he finished work on Metal Gear 5, so we just don't know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but until then, at least we have Allison Road, and I agree with Guillermo. This makes no sense that it's been cancelled, and it makes no sense that they burned Kojima in the way that they did, that being Konami, of course, because, well, he was the only guy who was really making them any real money anymore, apart from Pro Evo, I suppose. So, yeah, the whole thing's just a real shame and a real mess, but my fingers and toes are firmly crossed that they can work on a new IP and use these ideas that they haven't used now in a game in the future. We'll have to see, but I'm hopeful. Regardless of all that, though, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.